All right, good afternoon, boys and girls. Today, I'm going to show you how to make a coil pot. In order to make a coil pot, first we have to start with a base to build on. So what I'm going to have for you is I'm going to have a flat piece of clay, just like this right here, called a slab. We're going to take a cup, about that size right there, and just like you would cut a cookie out, we're going to put it in the clay and give it a little twist and turn, and that's going to cut you a nice round base to start your coil pot on. Okay, I'm going to set this aside. From there, I'm going to have these wheels called decorating wheels. You can set that there, and these are to help you as you move around your coil pot, be able to find each of the places really easy. Before we start building with our coil pot, we need to do something called scoring. That's how we connect our clay together. Okay, all it is going around and putting small cuts around the edge of your pot, just like this. Okay, I like to go two different directions. But you want to go all the way around the base. These little cuts are going to help connect the clay together. All right, let's see if I can get it all the way around there. You can see how the decorating wheel helps you move a lot quicker by turning the clay for you. Alrighty, that's got our base. We want to put a little bit of moisture. I'm going to have some sponges in a cup like this. The sponges are meant to stay in there. That way if the cup falls over, it won't spill. All you have to do is you touch your hands on the cup, it moistens your hands a little bit, and you want to put a little bit of moisture right around where those cuts are. That's going to help that clay stick in there. So a little bit of moisture. All right, now you're ready to roll your coils. I'm going to set this aside and show you how to roll a coil. All a coil is a snake-like piece of clay. So this is a coil I rolled a little bit earlier. To start it, you're going to get a piece of clay about like this. It's going to be in a brick shape, and your first goal is to make it into a cylinder. So take and begin to squeeze it in your hands a little bit till it's round. Then you can take it between both hands and begin to roll it like this until you get it to a cylinder about the width of your hands. From there, you're ready to put it on a table. On the table, you want to first make sure that you can roll it. It is round. Roll it back and forth a little bit. Then you're going to start in the middle of your cylinder, and using the tips of your fingers, you're going to roll from the middle out to the edges. By doing that, that stretches out your clay. After you get to the end, you pick it up so you start on a new side, let it start rolling again, start in your middle, and you roll out. You want to continue doing that several times until your coil reaches a length, not a length, but a width about the size of your finger. So that's a pretty good coil right there. It's about the size of my finger. Notice you don't want it to have any parts that are really small like that. You want everything to stay pretty even. If that happens, you can just tear that uneven part off, save it for later. Once you have a coil, you're ready to build. To build with your coil, you go back to your base, you take your coil, and you set it on one of your score marks, and you blend in one end of it. The rest of this will simply wrap around just like this right here. When you get to where the one ended, you just lay the next one right on top. Now after you do your first coil, you want to pick your coil pot up, you want to turn it on its side, and you want to blend your base into your coil by taking your thumb and just blending that together. That's going to close those two pieces together and make them so they don't come apart. Now also, if you have any coils that overlap, you want to do the same to those as well. Okay, that's our first coil. From there, you continue the same process. You can roll you another coil out like this one. You can start it right where that one stopped, blend the two together, and then you simply wrap it around all the way until you get to the end, okay? And then you're able to take and blend these coils together. Now, the last thing I want to show you is how to change the shape of your coil pot as you're building it. Whenever you begin to put your other ones in there, let's make sure you get all that blended in together so it's nice and secure. All right. So now, let's say I wanted to go straight up like this coil pot right here, where it has the straight sides. All we do is whenever we build with our coil, we're going to take it, you'll start right here, and you'll just simply lay each coil as it goes around right on top, just like this right here. By doing that, that's going to let it go up straight, okay? Perhaps though, you want yours to be more like the bowl right here where it begins to widen out. With that, what you do is instead of laying it on top, each time you go around, you lay it on the edge like this right here. And by doing that, that begins to let that pot go out wider and wider. I'll put another one on there just so you can see it real quick. As you go, make sure you do blend in each coil after you put it on there. That way you can hold everything together. Once you reach a height that you like, you can just blend the two pieces together, blend everything in on the outside as well, and you have your coil pot. Don't forget to put your name in the bottom of your pot when you're done. And that's it.